So for my trans check-in, I am 10 months and 3 weeks on testosterone. Sometimes I can talk down here if I try really hard. Um, I've had two testosterone injections, so I'm like two jabs into the switching of the HRT modes. And what I can tell you about how that's going is over the weekend, I've just had a lot of sort of like dysphoria related depression. I've just been feeling really sort of down and low. And I think it's because I went from having a daily dose of tea, which is more this way, to like a mountain and then a valley. And like my body is struggle busing. So I need to talk to my doctor about that because wow, it's the last like 3 days leading into my next dose is like it's brutal, y'all. It's been a struggle. Um, yeah. So that's just the real truth about that. What else? Let's see. So my body's growing hair everywhere, which of course, but like I had no idea that my entire belly would get fluffy. I thought it would be just in the middle, but no, it's everywhere. Which is kind of hilarious. There is this like long-standing habit of plucking the hairs that come in on this scar on my chin. When you see your scar, right there. So the ones that grow through my little chin scar, they're really coarse and pokey and dark, and they don't match the rest of my face. And it's like a sensory thing. It's like I feel these little jabby things coming out of my face. I'm like, no, I don't love it. So, anyways, I'm that's for whatever reason, I still feel like those need to go, even though all the rest of the ones growing in are totally fine. Go figure. I don't know. That's the intersection of neurodivergent and trans, I suppose. So I talked about this a little bit on stream the other day, but I also now understand or more deeply appreciate the masculine or male aversion to band-aids now, um, because it rips off all your hair from your body, which is like kind of a time. It's like, oh, taking the band-aid off hurt more than the thing that happened that caused me to need the band-aid in the first place. Mm, okay. So that's a whole time. Um, okay, so more observations. I have two more observations. So my jeans are really baggy all of a sudden, and I weigh the same as I've weighed. Like I go to the doctor like once a month right now for all the different things that we're working on, and it's like my weight quantity hasn't changed. It's just the location that's changed. So now my pants are baggy in all these weird places that I didn't expect. Um, so anyway, that's been an interesting experience to be like, oh, I've never had pants baggy in the thighs before. That's never been a thing. I've always had like truly monumentous thighs. So to have pants that are baggy in the thighs is just so weird. Anyway, so I think that's all. It's all traveling to my belly. I think that's where it's all going. Um, so the last check-in thing here at 10 months and 3 weeks is I was doing yoga the other day because I do yoga twice a week. And I was doing like the cat cow, which is where you've got your knees and your hands on the ground. And I was wearing a tank top for whatever reason. It's like my little workout clothes. And I realized that in that moment, it was the first time in my life that I've been making that shape with my body um, in uh, anywhere, like wearing a tank top, and I wasn't worried about like my boobs hanging down or being visible or falling out of my shirt or whatever. Like all of the worry about like, oh no, I must keep my boobs covered is just gone. And it's like it's surreal. It's like the amount that femme people are oppressed by being constantly worried about are my boobs covered up? Or am I being socially acceptable? And then masculine people can just walk around without shirts on and nobody cares or sexualizes them is like, oh my gosh. I mean, I understood it intellectually, but there's something different about experiencing it in real life. Like the difference in my body and how I feel physically, and like how the stress is just not there. It's like my brain did the check and the stress was gone, and I was like, what? Anyway, so definitely feminism still has many strides to make fighting the patriarchy about boobies for real. Because wow, I did not realize how internalized that like boob fear was. Anyway, um, I don't know. I guess the last thing I'll tack on is it was interesting. My wife was cold the other day, so I took off my shirt to give to her because I was not cold. Um, and my son was like, "Oh," and he like wanted to cover his eyes and like not look at my chest. And I'm like, "But I have a masculinized chest. Like I don't even have any nipples. There's literally nothing boob-like about my chest anymore." But he was still acting like they were boobs. So that was weird. I don't know what to say about that. It was weird. I was like, son, do you not remember the whole thing with the surgery that happened? So, anyways, um, so that was a weird time. Boobs are weird. That's the end of my check-in as a sigh. I don't know what else to tell you. Okay.